1011 to respond on Fire Channel 1, 1232 MAE Echo North.
Got called to investigate a small fire inside a rental house. Fire crews arrived. They find that front bedroom window open and broken in that exact same position. They saw smoke in the bedroom. That's a bedroom. They tried to get in this front door. It's blocked by a bookcase and other items. Firefighter grabbed a pump tank and sprayed some inside the window, and some clothes started on fire somehow. The lady claims she was sleeping, woke up to smoke. Appears to be no smoke alarms sounding when fire crews arrived, so I'll investigate that. Fire crews came back to the back door. Officer did a 360, found this door wide open. Fire crews entered, found a saw water running out here, found a fire start here. It burnt off the water lines to the washing machine. So there's 2 points of origin in this fire. Some type of a weapon. We got sharps. Okay, kitchen was ruled out. Stove, just the lights on, not the stove. No points of origin in the bathroom. No points of origin in the living room. So I'll also be writing an order for the repairs for this house. The windows are broken. This door cannot open, so we'll get the owner to move that. There's no smoke alarms in here, so I'll be asking the owner for smoke alarm records. If he cannot provide them, there'll be tickets issued for smoke alarms, for no smoke alarms, failure to maintain smoke alarms, and failure to install smoke alarms and neglect to maintain them, I guess. Several ignition sources in here, but there's not sure. So pile of clothing will start on fire. So we got 2 points of origin they do not meet, which leads me to believe this is an incendiary fire. Police arson investigator's on his way, and he'll do his investigation and try to follow up with finding out who lived here. I'm gonna find out who owns it and get in contact with them. There's a smoke alarm down here, but it's chirping. I tested it, it did not work. There's a bathroom. So this would be, you can't use this for living quarters downstairs. There's no openable window. I'm just gonna follow up with the owner and wait for arson investigator to come. I will also follow up with the yard. I'm gonna look on our computer system to see if anyone of our bylaw inspectors or else our fire inspectors have been here for an inspection for any complaints. And if it's not been addressed, then I will address it. If they have been warned already, then they'll be getting some tickets issued. According to police, the tenant that was at the house at the time of the fire stated she was sleeping and someone broke this window and threw something in and she woke up to smoke. If that was the case, this window would have been closed and there would have been glass inside, and I don't see any glass inside. So that story does not match up. She is known to police. She took off to a friend's house down the street and since has taken off. Police are going to follow up with her. So that doesn't make sense why, or if she said that the glass is broken and someone threw something in. Yeah, the glass is broken, but there's also glass inside the garbage can. The lone occupant of the house came back and talked to us, and after interviewing her, was determined that she was sleeping and she may have had a cigarette. And before she went to bed, she was drinking today, had a cigarette, and it may have fallen on the floor. And for the second fire start, she stated that when she started to stomp the fire out with her shoes, it stuck to the bottom of her shoe and she kicked it off at the back door. So that makes sense. That explains the second fire start. This fire, now after interviewing the occupant, was an accidental fire caused by careless disposal of smoking material. Okay. Yeah, another foot. Okay. Yeah, there's burnt plastic on it.
Yeah.
And so you said you walked over here. As you're opening the door, you said you had some that stuck to your foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's how like that became like, but I didn't know.
Okay, it was melted.
That bad, but
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense.
So you came out with no conditions, right?
So she did state that she did open this window. This was broken earlier today. She admitted to that. She opened the window to air out the smoke after she woke up. So still no smoke alarms. She's lucky that she woke up, or it could have been a different story. So evidence of smoking in the bedroom. The bed downstairs, no openable windows. So we'll get them to remove that. No, so yeah, they can't have a bed in here, so we'll tell the owner to get rid of the bed. The owner has a lease agreement, or in the lease agreement, that there's no sleeping down here, so that's on the tenant. So the arson investigator with the Saskatoon Police and myself come to the conclusion that the fire was accidental due to careless disposal of smoking materials. The person may have went to bed with a cigarette, and it's lucky that the smoke woke them up, because there was no smoke alarms in there. Talked to the homeowner, he has smoke alarm records. He sent me those records. So the owner did his due diligence to have working smoke alarms. The smoke alarms were taken down by someone in the house, but we're not sure who. So it's important to have smoke alarms. Don't be afraid to go with undetermined until you gather all the information. So don't jump to conclusions. Just because we thought we had 2 fire starts, it turned out after talking to the tenant or the occupant that there was some burning clothes stuck to the bottom of her shoe, and she kicked it off, and it made it look like there was 2 fire starts, but there was actually only one in the bedroom. So don't be afraid to go with undetermined until you gather all the evidence and all the data, and don't be in a rush to come to a conclusion of the cause of the fire. So yeah, just goes to show you that you might not know what started the fire right away. So take your time, gather all the evidence, and then come up with your final conclusion, your hypothesis of how the fire started. I just want to add that I turned the scene over to the homeowner. She showed up. They did not have a smoke alarm to put up, so I gave them one, tested in front of the occupant, and got them to sign a paper saying that it was tested. So now there is a working smoke alarm in there.